Alright guys, so we're on the way to pick up a new car. It's got a sick engine in it we're going to use for the S14.
We stopped and got some donuts on the way. Pretty hungry. Alright, so we're unloading the well, we already unloaded the SC. But now we have to try and get it in the driveway.
We got her back. Go look at that back.
But we got a little Stance Nation going on here.
Stance?
Oh baby!
Rear wheel steering. It's got Hikis, bro. Just like an R32. Huh? You gotta move the Ranger.
All right, go for it.
I can't. All right, guys, what's up? You saw a couple seconds ago. We went picked up this SC the other day. Let me pause the music quick. But yeah, we picked this up for a steal. I'll be making a list of how much I paid for everything for the full swap. But basically, I sold my KA. I didn't show you guys, but I boosted it. Someone wanted to buy the engine, sold that. Sold almost all my turbo stuff besides the manifold and turbo. And I bought this. It's a 93 SC300 with a 2JZ GE non-VVTi. So I'm gonna work on pulling that out today. I have part of selling my engine. I traded for JZ to S chassis mounts. So this will go in probably next week. Not next week, the week after. I ordered a front sump oil pan for it. All I need is a tranny. I found one, but it's gonna have to wait till after I go to New Hampshire. But I'm gonna pull this out, put it on the stand. Alright guys, what's up? Working on the sexy Lex today.
The fucking piece of shit, Lex.
The JZ's almost out. Drive shaft's undone, harness is undone, radiator's out. What is it? Engine mount bolts are undone. I just have to take the fuel lines off. They're down in the back. And take the transmission brace off. And we can pull this thing finally.
Alright, this thing's almost out, except the fucking throttle cable.
But that's for cruise control, so.
Give her a saw.
Oh!
Cut it. Alright.
Alright, so set the camera up and we're just gonna pull this Goliath out. I've been working so much and I just went on vacation. Just got back yesterday. And yeah. Yeah, this is going down too. Got the JZ mounts for the S chassis. The front sump pan, W58. JZ bell housing. The JZ here. The ECU right under this cover. And yeah. Probably Monday, Tuesday-ish. I'm gonna shoot on putting this in, so it's probably gonna be the same video because there's not really a lot to do, but I'll show you guys that. And yeah, I'm draining the oil now. I'm gonna pull off the harness so I can just clean up the whole engine quick and then slap these mounts on. So today, putting these things back on. You guys haven't seen the car in so long. A lot has changed. First off, I'm in the process of fixing the hood, the roof. The person before me, or whoever did the roof, did like some hack, like big rectangle, like rivets, and like it just looked gross. But this looks gross right now. But once I go over it with the sanding disc on the grinder, get all the welds off, fix this dent right here, and then Bondo around it. It should look pretty good, but the car runs right now. It's a 2JZ GE swap, W58 with some stock Toyota shifter. I have one leaky fuel line I have to fix, but right now, mounting up the over fenders. As you can see, I cut them out and welded up. This side's a lot more done up, but I'll show you that real quick. Yup. So before I put this on, I'm going to paint over all the dry spots without any paint on it so it doesn't rust anymore. But the main reason I took these off is to get rid of this lip. So I just sawed that off, sanded it off. So I'm going to paint that and throw that on. Alright, so I just sent some paint on this so it doesn't rust. But as of right now, I was going to sand the whole car, paint it, and get it like 100% before I drifted again, but I really want to drift again and the season's almost over. So I picked up some blast pipes, so it should be pretty sick. They look sick on this. So I'm gonna throw one of these over fenders on, and then once it's back together I'll show you. Still working on the same video, but the Zenke's up in the air. As you can see, I got the whole front end on. This is pretty much mounted. I have to put one here, and one there, and then probably one in the middle. And this over's on, then it's onto this side, putting that over fender on. We got, if we come up here, toss this back here, slide this over, come up here, the roof, I flappered all the welds down. I have to work on getting this dent in the middle out, and then I'm good to Bondo it. So I'm gonna start on making the rest of the exhaust tomorrow. Pretty much all I have to do is connect the cat back to the headers up there, which I'll show you that. So connect it over here. I have, from the stock headers, I have two of these pipes. Right here's two. Gonna connect those two together and then send it back. Bump it up to a 3-inch. We'll have a full 3-inch exhaust. But I really have to focus on throttle body bracket, exhaust, and this math, getting it away from the fuse box. Probably gonna send the filter down through one of these holes so it's actually cool air. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys tomorrow. So as I was saying last night, I have a few more things to get this thing finally buttoned up and finished. So today, I think first things first, I'm gonna put the ECU onto a switch. So when I want to shut the car off, I flip that switch. Shuts the whole car off. Won't be hard. I just have to pop off my switch panel and repin my switches. So I'm going to start off by that. I have a list. Throttle bracket, exhaust work, make a better intake, and ECU to switch. There's a little fuel leak too, so actually going to start off by that. Probably do the ECU to a switch, and then I'll work on making a better intake. But yeah, 2 screws down here. Pull this out. I don't think there's a screw in here. Nope. So these 2 screws, and then this will pop off. This is all. Time to pull this out and play with the wiring. Alright guys, so just finished up wiring this, the switch for the ECU. So we got fuel, it's not working right now, I probably unplugged it. And then the ECU right here.
Right up. And then you flip it off.
Car shuts off. This is for the fuel, but the fuel is off the fuse panel, which this switch, the switch I just added, this, it turns on the fuel too. So pretty much this controls that whole, like, the whole, I can't even think of it, the whole fuse panel. So when this shuts off, the fans, the fuel, everything will shut off. And this is just like a main kill switch to kill the whole car. But you have to flip this off before you pull this, because the car will still run on the alternator. So, you know what? It actually might not anymore. We'll see. You ready? This. I was wrong. So this, you flip this, and then flip the fuel, and then fans whenever, obviously. But happy on that, so that's fixed. And yeah, so I'm gonna put this all back together and work on the fuel leak down there. Alright, so yeah, before you guys ask about what this empty space is right here, once I have more money and like a little more time, I'm gonna put some speakers in this door and that door, send a radio right here, and that'll fill that spot. So that'll be filled. So now, since we fixed that, so the ECU can be like shut off as if it was a key, if I wanted to, I could wire that to my ignition, which I kind of want to. That's another project, but right now I'm worried about getting the... So back to this list. ECU switch is done. Probably gonna go to the intake and throttle bracket, and then after that I'll work on getting the exhaust mocked up. I have to make a pipe that goes from the catback to the headers, and while I'm under there I'll fix a fuel leak. So we'll go do the intake now. Over here, the throttle cable, or the throttle body, is over here. Here's the cable. All I have to do is make a little bracket that comes from here and holds it like that. Won't be too hard, so I'll start on that right now. Alright guys, so we just got that throttle cable bracket made up. All I did was I took a piece of this flat stock, twisted it, and bent it down a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's good and it works. Like, yeah, if you look at this, there's a gap, but there's that much play. Like, ready? That's all play. Yeah, that's all play, so that's fine. We'll start it up, make sure it works. Obviously it's good. I'll show you how this works. So we got this, the main key. This cuts off power to everything. Turn that on. Turn the wipers on, I mean the ECU on. Fuel.
And then as you can see, throttle works.
Shut her off. Done. So we got the throttle cable working, we got the ECU on a switch so it shuts right off, because before when I had it, and then you'd shut the car off, shut that big switch off, and it would still run until the fuel pump stopped pumping and the car eventually died out. So now it shuts off and we're good. So I'm gonna wrap up here. There's a couple wires after wrapping on tape. work on the math, and yeah, then it's time to get under the car, do the fuel, do the exhaust, all that fun stuff. So we still got vacuum over here. That's funny. Well, we got something going on over here. I can hear it, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to work on the intake now. Alright guys, so this is where I'm going to end this video. We got the intake on. I was going to plan on just doing like, I was going to have it come out, come down, have the MAF go straight down, and have the like filter through that hole. But there's 2 holes right there, so we should get a decent amount of air. Done. The switch panel's done. I got this over on, we got this wheel on. So really, we have to get this wheel on, get that over on, clean the whole car, get a drive shaft made up, and make the exhaust, and she's ready to drift. I'm hyped. Like, she's so close to being able to drift. So, that's where I'm going to end this video, because if I don't end it now, we'll never have a video up. So, ending this, I'll be back with you guys soon, sooner than last time. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.